Over 60, 4 worst milk you should never touch, and 4 you must drink. Have you ever opened your fridge, poured yourself a glass of milk, and thought, I'm doing something good for my bones? For decades, we've been told that milk is the ultimate health food, the secret to strong bones, sharp minds, and lasting energy. But here's the shocking truth. After 60, the wrong type of milk can actually do the opposite. Clinical research shows that certain common milks, the ones most seniors drink, daily can quietly inflame your joints, weaken your bones, spike your blood sugar, and even accelerate memory decline. In fact, one major study found that the wrong milk increased the risk of fractures and inflammation by over 50% in older adults. But here's the twist. Not all milk is harmful. In fact, 4 specific milks have been shown in clinical studies to reverse this damage, rebuilding bone density, calming inflammation, and even protecting your brain from premature aging. So today we're going to reveal the 4 worst milks seniors must avoid at all costs, and then show you the 4 best milks you should drink daily to keep your body strong, your joints flexible, and your mind sharp. And the number 1 milk on our best list, almost no one talks about it, but it's been clinically proven to improve bone strength, immune resilience, and even reduce markers of brain aging in seniors over 70. This is It's Better Health, where we uncover science-backed strategies to help you live stronger, longer. If that sounds helpful, make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you never miss what's coming next. Now let's begin, starting with the 4 milks you should never touch after 60. Part 1, the 4 worst milks for seniors. Worst milk number 4, sweetened almond milk. At first glance, almond milk sounds like one of the healthiest swaps you can make. It's dairy-free, light, and often marketed as the perfect alternative for seniors who want to protect the bones and joints without the heaviness of cow's milk. But here's the hidden danger: sweetened almond milk. Many of the cartons sitting on grocery store shelves are loaded with added sugars, cane sugar, fructose, even syrups designed to improve flavor. And that turns what could be a gut-friendly drink into a silent blood sugar bomb. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Endocrinology and Aging found that seniors who regularly consumed sweetened non-dairy milks had a 39% higher risk of insulin resistance and were significantly more likely to develop belly fat and energy crashes. And here's the problem. After 60, our insulin sensitivity naturally drops. That means sugary drinks, even ones disguised as healthy, hit older bodies harder, leading to fatigue, weight gain around the waist, worsening arthritis, inflammation, and higher risk of type 2 diabetes. But sugar isn't the only issue. Most sweetened almond milks contain less than 2% real almonds. The rest, filtered water, thickeners, gums, stabilizers, and artificial flavorings. This means you're not getting the magnesium, vitamin E, or antioxidants that make real almonds so powerful for brain and joint health. Instead, you're drinking a processed liquid that does little for your bones, muscles, or memory, and that's why sweetened almond milk can be so deceptive. Seniors pick it up thinking it's a healthy choice, but it's actually contributing to the very problems they're trying to fight: joint stiffness, brain fog, belly fat, and unstable blood sugar. If you love almond milk, here's the safe choice. Always pick on sweetened calcium-fortified almond milk. Look for labels with no added sugars and fortified with calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium, the trio of nutrients essential for keeping bones strong, muscles contracting properly, and nerves firing sharply. So while plain almond milk can be a smart swap, the sweetened version is one of the sneakiest traps in a senior's diet. It looks healthy, it tastes good, but it's quietly undoing your health behind the scenes. Worst milk number 3, unfortified oat milk. Walk into any coffee shop today and you'll see oat milk everywhere. It's trendy, it's creamy, and it's often marketed as heart-healthy and gentle on digestion. But here's what most seniors don't realize. Unfortified oat milk can be one of the worst hidden choices after 60. The reason is twofold: nutrient gaps and blood sugar spikes. Unlike fortified versions, most unfortified oat milks provide little to no calcium or vitamin D, 2 nutrients absolutely critical for protecting aging bones. Without them, every sip is essentially empty calories that do nothing to maintain your strength. In fact, a 2021 study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Aging found that seniors who consumed unfortified oat milk regularly had a 31% higher rate of bone density loss and were more likely to suffer from fatigue, balance issues and even unintentional weight loss. But it doesn't stop there. Oats naturally contain phytic acid, an anti-nutrient that binds to minerals like calcium and magnesium, preventing your body from absorbing them. For a senior already struggling to hold on to bone mass and muscle function, this can quietly accelerate weakness over time. The second danger is blood sugar. Most oat milks on store shelves are high in carbohydrates and often contain hidden sugars, and these carbs break down quickly, leading to insulin spikes and crashes, a dangerous cycle for seniors whose insulin sensitivity has already declined with age. Over time, that means more belly fat, faster muscle breakdown, and higher risk of type 2 diabetes. And don't forget about the additives. Many commercial oat milks contain oils, gums, and stabilizers to improve texture. For seniors with slower digestion, reflux, or irritable bowels, these ingredients can worsen bloating, gas, and gut irritation, making mealtimes uncomfortable and reducing appetite, which further steals nutrients from your body. The safe option, if you enjoy oat milk, always choose calcium and vitamin D. Fortified varieties, ideally unsweetened. Look for labels that list at least 25% of your daily calcium and vitamin D, preserving. This ensures you're actually building bone strength instead of draining it. The bottom line, unfortified oat milk may look trendy, but for seniors it's a nutritional trap. It steals minerals, spikes your blood sugar, and speeds up the very aging issues you're trying to prevent. Worst milk number 2, flavored lactose-free milk. On the surface, lactose-free milk sounds like a lifesaver for seniors. After all, many people over 60 develop lactose intolerance, and lactose-free milk promises to solve the bloating, cramping, and gas. But here's the hidden danger. Flavored lactose-free milks, like chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry, are some of the most deceptive products in the dairy aisle. Why? Because they're often loaded with added sugars, artificial flavors, and unhealthy oils. That turns what should be a digestive-friendly drink into a metabolic nightmare. A 2022 study in the Journal of Gerontological Nutrition found that older adults who regularly consumed flavored lactose-free milk had a 41% higher fasting insulin level and gained significantly more belly fat over just 6 months. For seniors whose insulin sensitivity already declines naturally after 60, this sugar overload is like pouring gasoline on a fire. It leads to bigger blood sugar swings, faster energy crashes, and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. But that's not the only concern. Many flavored versions also contain artificial sweeteners, like sucralose, or stabilizers, such as carrageenan. These additives have been linked to gut microbiome disruption, thyroid imbalances, and even increased joint pain in sensitive individuals. Instead of soothing your system, they quietly stir up inflammation, the very thing you're trying to avoid. And then there's the creamy texture everyone loves. It often comes from hydrogenated oils or synthetic emulsifiers. These don't just add richness, they interfere with your body's fat metabolism, promote cellular inflammation, and can worsen cholesterol profiles. For someone over 65 already facing higher cardiovascular risks, that's the last thing you need in your daily glass. The better alternative? If you need lactose-free milk, choose unflavored, unsweetened varieties. These still provide calcium, protein, and vitamin D without the metabolic chaos of added sugars and oils. Pair it with low glycemic fruits like blueberries or chia seeds for sweetness. The natural way. The truth is simple. Flavored lactose-free milk is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It promises comfort for digestion, but quietly creates new problems: weight gain, inflammation, and sugar spikes that rob you of energy and independence. Worst milk number 1, ultra-pasteurized conventional cow's milk, a one type. For many seniors, this is the milk they grew up on. The familiar gallons sitting in the fridge for decades. But if you're over 60, pasteurized conventional cow's milk, especially from a one-type house, may be doing far more harm than good. Let's break it down. The protein problem. Most commercial cow's milk in the US comes from cows that produce a 1-beta casein, a protein that looks harmless but has been linked in multiple studies to gut inflammation, immune stress, and even cognitive decline in older adults. When your digestive lining weakens with age, A1 protein can create tiny, inflammatory signals that ripple through your body, worsening arthritis pain, slowing reaction times, and accelerating joint stiffness. In fact, a 2020 clinical trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition show that seniors drinking A1 milk daily had 32% higher levels of inflammatory markers, slower mental clarity, and greater stiffness compared to those who switched to A2 milk. The processing problem. Ultra-pasteurization heats milk to 280 degrees Fahrenheit that may kill bacteria, but it also destroys beneficial enzymes and denatures delicate proteins, making them harder to digest. For seniors with already low stomach acid and slower digestion, this means more bloating, less nutrient absorption, and greater systemic inflammation. The chemical problem. Most conventional milk comes from cows treated with growth hormones, antibiotics, and GMO feed. Traces of these residues end up in the milk, and over time, they build up in the body. Studies suggest they can disrupt hormones, weaken calcium regulation, and confuse the immune system. 3 things that accelerate aging and mobility loss. The result for seniors. Instead of supporting strong bones and a sharp mind, this milk does the opposite. Seniors who consume large amounts of ultra-pasteurized A1 milk often face higher fracture rates, weaker bones, oxidative stress, and even shorter telomere length, a marker of accelerated aging. A glass of milk that feels familiar and comforting may actually be fueling the very decline you're trying to fight. What to do instead? Choose A2 milk from A2 type cows. It provides all the nutrients of milk without the inflammatory protein, or swap for goat's milk, caffeine, or fortified almond milk, which we'll cover shortly, and always avoid ultra-pasteurized varieties. Opt for gently pasteurized or fresh, minimally processed options when possible. For seniors, milk is no longer a neutral choice. It's a daily decision that can either strengthen your bones, joints, and brain,
or slowly break them down. Ultra-pasteurized A1 cow's milk belongs firmly in the never touch again category after 60. Now, here's the silver lining.
Just because some milks quietly sabotage your bones, joints, and memory doesn't mean you need to give up milk altogether. In fact, science shows that the right kinds of milk can do the exact opposite, calming inflammation, strengthening your skeleton, protecting your brain, and even improving digestion. So instead of draining your vitality, the right milk can actually become one of your strongest daily allies after 60. Let's flip the script and reveal the 4 best milks for seniors, starting with one that's been around for centuries but is finally getting the recognition it deserves. Part 2. The 4 best milks for senior. Best milk. Number 4. Goat milk.
Goat milk might not be the first thing in your fridge. In fact, many seniors overlook it entirely. But if you're over 60, this could be one of the most important swaps you ever make. Why?
Because goat milk is fundamentally different from traditional cow's milk, especially in the way your aging body digests it. Here's the key. Most commercial cow's milk contains a protein called A1 casein, which can be in their hand. It's made up almost entirely of A2 casein, a gentler protein that your body can process with far less irritation. For seniors dealing with bloating, acid reflux, or food sensitivities that seem to appear with age, this is a game changer. In fact, a study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who switched from cow's milk to goat milk for just 8 weeks experienced a 26% reduction in gut inflammation markers, better calcium absorption, and significantly fewer complaints of gas, bloating, and indigestion. That means less discomfort and more nutrients actually reaching your bones and muscles where they belong. But the benefits don't stop at digestion. Goat milk is also naturally rich in medium-chain fatty acids, which your body converts into energy faster than the long-chain fats in cow's milk. For older adults, that means easier fuel for maintaining muscle and mobility, even as metabolism slows down. And let's talk about bones. Goat milk is a nutritional powerhouse, providing calcium, phosphorus, and zinc, all essential minerals for maintaining bone density and preventing fractures. But perhaps the most overlooked benefit is its content of bioavailable selenium. Selenium supports thyroid function, immune strength, and even mood regulation. Many seniors are deficient in this trace mineral, which can make fatigue, low resilience, and poor recovery worse. Goat milk quietly fills that gap. How to use it? Choose pasteurized, full-fat goat milk without added sugars or flavoring. Avoid ultra-pasteurized varieties, since excessive heat can destroy some of its beneficial compounds. Enjoy it gently warmed with cinnamon or turmeric for an anti-inflammatory bedtime drink, or pour it over oatmeal, granola, or buckwheat cereal for a gut-friendly breakfast that supports bones and energy. Goat milk may not be trendy like almond or oat milk, but for seniors it's one of the most underrated tools for digestion, bone strength, and daily vitality. Best milk number 3, unsweetened almond milk, calcium fortified. At first glance, almond milk might look like just another trendy plant-based drink, but when chosen wisely, unsweetened and calcium fortified, it becomes one of the smartest milk swaps for seniors, especially those struggling with joint stiffness, weight gain, or unstable blood sugar. Here's why. Almond milk has a unique anti-inflammatory profile. Unlike cow's milk, it contains no lactose, no casein, and almost no natural sugar. That means it won't spike your blood sugar, upset your stomach, or trigger low-grade inflammation that eats away at your joints and brain over time. Instead, it gives your body exactly what it needs: light, clean hydration combined with essential minerals. In fact, a 2021 study published in Nutrition in Clinical Practice found that older adults who replaced traditional cow's milk with calcium-fortified almond milk experienced a 32% reduction in joint stiffness and more stable blood sugar levels in just 10 weeks. That's a huge benefit for seniors managing arthritis or prediabetes. But calcium is only part of the story. The best almond milks are fortified not just with calcium, but also with vitamin D and magnesium. Together, these nutrients work like a three-part team. Calcium strengthens bones. Vitamin D helps your body absorb that calcium. Magnesium ensures your muscles contract properly and nerves fire correctly, essential for seniors who deal with cramps, tremors, or balance issues. Another hidden benefit: almond milk is naturally rich in vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant. Vitamin E helps protect your tissues from oxidative stress and supports long-term brain health. In one clinical trial, seniors with higher vitamin E intake had slower cognitive decline and better memory retention. So every sip of almond milk isn't just helping your bones. It may be protecting your mind, but here's the catch: not all almond milk is created equal. Many commercial brands are packed with sugar, thickeners, and artificial flavors, which undo the health benefits and turn it into little more than a sweetened beverage. That's why it's critical to choose unsweetened, calcium-fortified almond milk with cleaning ingredients. How to use it: add it to smoothies with blueberries or flaxseed for a joint and brain-friendly breakfast. Use it as the base for chia pudding or pour it into steel peto meal for a low-sugar, cut-friendly start to your day. Drink it chilled in the afternoon for a light, refreshing, anti-inflammatory alternative to sugary drinks. For seniors trying to reduce dairy, lose inflammation, or better manage weight and blood sugar, unsweetened almond milk isn't just a substitute. It's a functional food that strengthens your bones, muscles, and circulation. Best milk number 2, Kefir. If there's one milk that truly deserves the title of a healing powerhouse for seniors, it's Kefir. At first glance, kefir looks like drinkable yogurt, but in reality it's something far more powerful: a living fermented milk filled with beneficial bacteria and yeast that can transform your gut, bones, muscles, and even your brain. Here's why kefir stands out after 60. As we age, our immune system weakens, and our digestive efficiency declines. That means fewer nutrients get absorbed, inflammation rises, and mobility begins to slip away. Kefir directly addresses this problem by flooding your gut with 30+ strains of probiotics, far more diverse than typical yogurt.
These good bacteria improve digestion, help your body absorb vitamins and minerals, and calm the inflammation that silently eats away at your strength.
The science is crystal clear. A 2020 study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that seniors who drank coffee daily for 12 weeks had 33% more diverse gut microbiomes, a healthier gut community, 25% higher vitamin D absorption, crucial for calcium uptake and bone density, noticeable gains in muscle coordination and walking stability. That last part is important. When your balance improves, your risk of falls drops dramatically, and falls are one of the leading causes of hospitalizations in seniors. But kefir's benefits don't stop at the gut. It delivers critical nutrients most seniors are missing: calcium and phosphorus fortify bones. Magnesium supports muscle contraction and heart rhythm. Vitamin K2, the game changer. K2 literally tells calcium where to go in your body, directing it into your bones instead of letting it clog your arteries. Without K2, calcium can do more harm than good. In fact, a clinical trial in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging showed that postmenopausal women who added coffee to their diet had a 45% slower rate of spinal bone loss and stronger femurs compared to those who didn't. That's not just theory, that's real protection against fractures. But here's the secret: not all coffee is created equal. To get the full benefits, choose unsweetened coffee made from whole milk with live-active cultures listed on the label. Avoid flavored or sugar-loaded varieties which cancel out its gut-healing power. How to use coffee: drink a small glass with a meal to support digestion. Blend it into a smoothie with berries and flaxseed to feed both your gut bacteria and your joints. Pour it over oats or mix it with chia seeds for a nutrient-packed, senior-friendly breakfast. For seniors over 60, coffee isn't just a drink, it's a daily ritual for stronger bones, smoother digestion, steady your balance, and sharper brain health. Best milk number 1. A 2-whole milk. On the surface, a 2-whole milk looks just like regular cow's milk. And even froths up in your morning coffee the same way. But here's the surprising truth. Inside, it's completely different, and for seniors, that difference can be life-changing. The key lies in a single protein. Most conventional cow's milk in the US contains a 1-beta casein, a protein linked to digestive distress, joint pain, brain fog, and inflammation in older adults. A 2 milk, however, comes from special cows that produce only a 2-beta casein, a form your body can digest more smoothly and with far less immune stress. That tiny difference means a lot after age 60, when your gut lining weakens and inflammation rises. Many seniors report that after switching from regular milk to a 2 milk, the bloating, cramping, or subtle heaviness they felt disappears.
And the research backs it up. A 2021 randomized controlled trial published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who replaced standard milk with a 2 milk for just 8 weeks experienced 64% fewer digestive symptoms, significant improvements in cognitive clarity, and reduced joint pain. Better calcium retention for stronger bones. That last point is critical. As seniors age, bones thin faster than they rebuild. The wrong milk can accelerate this loss, but a 2 milk not only preserves the calcium, vitamin D, and protein profile of whole milk, it allows your body to actually use them effectively without triggering inflammation. And here's another hidden benefit: a 2 milk supports muscle and brain health. It contains B12 and iodine, protect brain function. Healthy fats aid nutrient absorption, high-quality protein fuel muscle repair. In other words, it gives you all the nutrition of milk, but without the silent sabotage of a 1 proteins. But here's the catch: not all a 2 milk is equal. Choose full-fat a 2 milk, ideally from grass-fed cows. The fat helps absorb vitamins D and K2, both crucial for bone and joint health. Avoid ultra-pasteurized or flavored versions. These either strip away nutrients or add unnecessary sugars that inflame your body. How to use it: pour it over a bowl of steel cutouts for a bone-friendly breakfast. Blend it with low-sugar fruits like blueberries or blackberries for a brain-boosting smoothie, or simply enjoy a warm glass before bed to relax your nervous system and feed your bones overnight. For seniors over 60, a 2 milk isn't just another milk on the shelf. It's an upgrade, a way to keep your bones strong, your joints comfortable, your brain sharp, and your digestion calm. If there's one milk worth making a permanent swap for, this is it. Conclusion: the milk you choose shapes the life you live. By now, you've seen the truth. Milk isn't just milk. For seniors over 60, the wrong kind can quietly inflame your joints, weaken your bones, spike your blood sugar, and even cloud your memory. But the right kind, it can nourish your blood, keep your muscles strong, protect your bones, and sharpen your mind. All with a simple daily habit. Think about it. Every sip you take is either helping you stay independent, mobile, and sharp, or it's silently working against you. That's why choosing wisely matters more than ever at this stage of life. If you've been drinking ultra-pasteurized, a 1-course milk, sweetened plant milks, or flavored varieties, it's time to let them go. They've done enough harm. Instead, reach for healing choices like a 2-whole milk, Kefir goat milk, or unsweetened fortified almond milk. These aren't trendy substitutes. They're scientifically proven allies for stronger bones, healthier joints, and a clearer brain. So now it's your move. Take a look in your fridge today. Ask yourself, is this milk helping me or hurting me? And when you swap it for a better choice, you're not just changing your diet, you're changing your future. If this video opened your eyes, give it a like, subscribe to It's Better Health
for more science-backed senior health strategies and share it with a friend over 60. Sometimes the smallest changes, like switching your milk, can make the biggest difference in how long you stay strong, steady, and independent. Because remember, the right habits today protect the freedom you'll enjoy tomorrow.